Well, for those that are watching the recording, just missed an epic Rufus dance party. I have been grooving to Rufus all morning long. Oh my God. Hey. Yes, Emma, you will be able to recording afterwards. Thank you for asking. Okay, no one look at the million tabs I have open. Pretend you didn't see that. I'm so happy you're here. Okay. I just want to take a moment and look at all of you beautiful faces. And if you can turn your camera on, please do. And just take a moment to connect with each woman on the screen. Hello. Hello. I know Amanda is driving across the country right now. Holy shit. Sarah, so good to have you here. Selena, hi, Mama. Selena, I'm so glad you're here. Selena, I love you. I'm gonna have to mention you at some point. Shout out. Mars and I met in Mexico. That was 2 years ago. I was like, was that 3 years ago? It's been a time warp. Two. Yeah, she's like, I gotta think.
I forgot I was muted. I feel like it's been three.
Oh my God. It's
Was
been
that 21 or 22? I don't know. Time's been
22.
flying by. Okay, so yeah, it's been 2 years. Crazy.
Yes. So good. Okay, beautiful. Yeah. I'm so glad that you all are here. Love, hearts in the chats. Yeah, welcome women to Becoming Her, the evolution. And I'd love to know, we're kind of all over the place right now from East to West Coast. So where are you calling in from? And I love when the chat is super active as well. So let's just keep it alive and say hi to your sisters. I know Izzy and Kay know each other from my last retreat that I hosted. Amy has been here in Colorado doing some retreat work and some one-to-one work with me. So Mama, my mama is on here. I'm so happy you're here, Mom. Yes. My mom was like, oh, she registered as Maggie. That's her dog's name. I was like, Mom, you registered as Maggie. She's like, oh, I didn't want anyone to know. And I
It's
was
a
like,
nickname from Margaret.
Margaret, for our mama, for our grandmother, which is perfect because we're going to be talking about liberating your lineage. And I just got off of a 4-day desert retreat in Moab over Mother's Day. I was born on Mother's Day, Mom. And May 9th was my birthday. We kicked the retreat off on May 9th. We closed it on May 12th. We were doing ancestral healing through the matriarchal lineage. So all of your guides, all of your ancestors, all of the people that walked before you, welcoming them into the space. Thank you to my grandmother, Margaret, Maggie, my Reed, all of these beautiful women that have allowed me to be here and do this work. And thank you to all of the women and the beautiful souls that have walked before you and called you up into this space, because this work ain't easy. This work ain't easy. And I will get into it later, but I'm like, you're the chosen one. You're the chosen one. And you, through the enlightened path, we're kind of coming into this new age and this new earth paradigm. And there are specific few chosen ones. Who's the black sheep? I'm curious. Who feels like they're the black sheep of the fam? Yeah, I got a lot of hands. We're all black sheep. We're all black sheep. Yeah, it's the story of, what is it? The ugly duckling. And the ugly duckling was just in the wrong tribe. The ugly duckling was just in the wrong clan. And turns out the ugly duckling is actually a swan. And so that is the essence of this work that we'll be talking into today. You're becoming, your evolution. And we'll do that through a few secrets. Okay. And so I've got a process, and I've kind of boiled it down, dwindled it down into like 3 main pieces: unlocking your feminine magic, liberating your lineage, and creating a legacy that surpasses time and space. And we're calling him from Oregon, coast to coast. We got Mars in LA, Izzy here in Colorado. I got my Colorado babes. Yes. If you're in Colorado, I'm going to just invite you right now to my silent disco event happening on Memorial Day in Cheeseman Park. So I've got an epic set of headphones. It is so much fun. And if you're local, then I would love to see you there. All right. Beautiful, beautiful. And then all the way to the East Coast, which no one has mentioned that they're from, but I know my mom is at least in Maryland. So I'm so happy we're spanning the whole US. Ah, all right. Let's just take a breath to arrive in. There's been some really exciting and a little bit of like chaotic energy happening. I've been working super hard on this presentation. Thank you, Kay, for being the most epic mentor. Yeah, she's like, I'm here, I'm here. Kay is here. She's been such a beautiful mentor and guide for me over these last few weeks. And I am like doing things vastly differently than I've ever done them before. And if you know me at all, I'm like super embodied in my feminine. It actually comes really easy and intuitive for me. And I've been like pushed to my edges. I've been expanding my capacity to hold. I've been stretched. I've wanted to give up. I've done uncomfortable things. I've sent you direct messages and said, I want to see you here. I know this will benefit you. And it's been stretching me. So that's the whole point, is growth, evolution. You're here. I know you value that. So I'm super glad that you're here. All right. I think we're recording. Let me just like double, triple check. Okay. Yes, we're recording. Amazing. Amazing. Sarah's originally from Florida. Jenna, welcome. I'm so glad you made it. Yay. Okay. So, friends, my name is Kat. You might formally know me as Katie, Caitlin. My name is spelled Katlyn. So, for all the silly people that like read Caitlin and say Catlin, I'm just going to embrace the cat for now. And through my lineage, I actually have some Gaelic roots. I'm also Latina, Colombian. This photo that you're looking at right now is in Colombia. So I've kind of got this like global energy, world traveler vibe. I lived in Costa Rica and Central America for 3 years. And a lot of the work that I do is truly in service. So my process to landing here as a healer, a life coach, focusing on feminine embodiment and energetics started about a decade ago. And I was like, 20 years old, not really wanting to subscribe to, the standard American dream. My mom knows I've always been, again, that black sheep and doing things differently here. And yeah, I decided to move abroad. I moved to Latin America, Guatemala, and worked with a nonprofit there and just kind of followed the breadcrumbs, which we'll get into. Okay, I'm gonna lower this chat because I need to pay attention and kind of stay on track. Oh, and one thing that I do want to mention, because I know that I've got a couple women, a handful of women that are in my women's circles here. Jess, you made it. Yay. Yeah, like Meredith and Rachel, both of you are in a women's circle of mine that we have moms be a part of. And it's super sweet. And this whole time I've been telling my ladies, I'm like, oh my gosh, I wish I could have my mom. Like she could see this different element of me and my work and like really why it is what I do. And so hence the invite at 9 p.m. at night last night. And I was like, Mama, come join. All right. So, welcome to Becoming Her, the evolution. I'm so excited that you're here. And let me guess that you arrived here. There's a few reasons why you're attracted into this space. It could be that you're ready to unlock your feminine magic. Maybe you've been operating through this old paradigm, through like this efforting, this forcing, this trying energy based in the patriarchal sort of paradigm that we've been taught, and it's not working, right? So you're desiring to feel more ease and flow and magnetism in your life. And through the work that I've done with my clients, like you open your heart and you become magnetic to your desires. You walk into the room and people see you, they feel your heart, they feel your energy. All of a sudden, you're being gifted with free Prosecco, free meals. You're being gifted. I know Kay's been practicing that too as she tunes into her heart and her magnetism. Like this is your feminine magic. You're here because you're invested in your personal development. And when you transform yourself, you transform the world. I'll get into this a little bit later, but I come from a yogic background. I'm a certified yoga teacher. And in the yogic philosophy, we talk about union, oneness. I know I've got some other yoga teachers on here too. If you're a yoga teacher, raise your hand. If you're a yoga teacher, raise your hand. I know I've got Amy. Yes, I've got a few of you ladies on here. Sophie's a yoga teacher. Yeah. So through the yogic philosophy, yoga means union, oneness. Okay. And so when you heal yourself through that like collective consciousness, you're actually healing the world. So the work that you do on yourself matters. I know so often we can feel like, oh, like it doesn't matter. I'm just one person. It matters because you're actually contributing to this greater collective consciousness that's alive in this world. All right, you're also here because you're here to create a better tomorrow, right? And that's through the ancestral healing, through the lineage work. In the Lakota tradition, they talk about your healing 7 generations back and 7 generations forward. And I mentioned earlier, like, this shit ain't easy, and you're the chosen one. And sometimes this work can feel isolating and difficult, and you can feel resistance. And that's why it's so important to have community, to do this alongside other women, other sisters, to cultivate a little bit more of that momentum through your healing process and realize, like, I'm not crazy. I'm not alone. And actually, when I do this healing work, it heals, again, the collective. It goes beyond you. And it's here to make a better tomorrow. And you're here because if you're anything like me, the last time I did a launch, ladies, I was burnt out as fuck. I was so burnt out. I literally lost my vision. Okay. I was mid-launch. I like went on this crazy trip. The trip that I went on was encouraged by my mentor. And I was like, yeah, sure, whatever, you're right. It could look cool on social media. So I went, I said yes. And it was not in alignment. I ignored my body, right? And we'll talk about that. And so this is about tuning into your own innate wisdom, your body's wisdom, your communication system, and really saying yes to what's true for you. And through that, like, you can create a legacy. You're here to create a legacy. And like I said, you don't have to do it alone. The energy that cultivates that legacy is beyond you, and you can actually receive the support from your people, and do it from a place of like flow while you're having your angels, your guides, your ancestors behind you, supporting you, cheering you on. Okay. All right. So drop in the chat, like, which one feels the most resonant for you? Feminine magic. Are you here to liberate your lineage? Are you here to create a legacy? I want to know what you ladies are here for. Yeah. All right. This is for the wild women out there. If you have been following me along, you know that I lead wild women retreats. This was a picture of the last day of our retreat. We all just got naked and we were like sitting around the fire eating oatmeal. It was epic after this crazy silent disco dance party. We were just like, yeah, this is cool. Some dude was driving by and we're like, yeah, let him see. Like, he should thank us. So it's for the wild women out there, the sisters, the mothers, the friends, the daughters, the women that are here to do this healing work for themselves, the collective. This is for the yoga teachers, the therapists, the facilitators, right? The space holders, the facilitators. The picture on the right is when I was actually getting my NLP, my master certification in subconscious reprogramming, right? So this is for the women that are wanting to diversify their modalities, deepen and understand other healing modalities like timeline therapy, somatic healing, right? Like inner child work. This is for the woman that's wanting to drop into her body more, right? Connect to her body, her vessel. It's for the woman that wants to tune into her creative magic through her womb space and cultivate a greater sense of sensuality and connection to her creative portals where life force just like radiates from. And it's for the intuits. It's for the women that see beyond the physical realm, the ones that are cultivating a greater sense of ease and flow, and the ones that are really wanting to tune into their spirit team. So I am so happy that you all are here. I'm going to move this a little. Okay, yes. Step into her fullness as a leader, Kay. It's already done. It's already done. So in the next 45 minutes or so, more or less, we'll see how the timing goes. Time, I don't actually really believe anyways, because yeah, I think like time creates lack and scarcity and it's made up. So in the more or less 45 minutes, I'm going to be teaching you a potent process to dissolve limiting beliefs and energetic boundaries, to unlock your feminine magic and bravely walk into the unknown with confidence and excitement. I'm like queen of the shadows. I love them. I swim around in the void. I'm doing like a backstroke in the dark waters, like in the caves. And those times have taught me so much. And I actually go into those moments with pleasure and joy and excitement and ease because there is so much to learn there. And it does cultivate a greater sense of self-trust. You'll also learn the real reasons why you're struggling to break free from societal constraints and what you can do today to reclaim your power, your confidence, and your purpose. Okay. I'm also going to teach you how to develop a spiritual relationship with your partner, right? So if you're calling in divine union, sacred union, if some of you already have that sacred union, ways to deepen in that divine and sacred union and invite him into the life that you yearn for and dream of. I'm going to teach you how to become a channel for wealth and freedom for others and yourself. And I'm going to teach you a way to finally become bold and unstoppable leader through creating the impact and the income that you are meant to create with true alignment and purpose. Okay, can my slides be bigger? Does anyone need bigger slides? Can we see the slides? Are we good? Okay. I'm gonna like make them about that size. Yeah. Is that okay? All right. I have some notes here that stay secret, my secret stash of notes. I have so many secrets, ladies. All right. So my promise to you over these next 45 minutes is to teach you a profound process to heal from the inside out and attract in your greatest desires from a place of ease and alignment that moves you from autopilot into an elevated state of consciousness. So I know I've been on autopilot before. And I started waking up when I was about 20 years old. It was definitely a bit of a terrifying process because I was alone. I didn't know what was happening. Spiritual awakenings can definitely be a little unearthing. And then my last spiritual awakening, I went blind for 5 days. I was super burnt out, and it just continues to happen and compound. And as you invest in this process, it becomes easier. Okay. So I'm really excited to be giving you all of my secrets to manifesting that man, that job, the freedom, the location freedom. You can travel all over the world when you do these steps that I'll be teaching you, and really contributing to that new earth paradigm. There are pathways, specific like modalities and pathways that you will be able to follow to cultivate that dream life. If you want to lead women's retreats, women's circles, I know a lot of you come to me saying like, Kat, how do I learn how to do this? I'm really wanting to cultivate and create community. And I have a lot of tools in my magic toolbox that I use to cultivate transformational experiences. This is a space to tune into your intuitive gifts from your heart. And I know like some of what I might be saying might feel far off. A dream man, a dream life, like I can travel wherever, whenever, and like I'm hosting retreats and I'm making money doing what I love. Like all of this is possible when you follow these steps. So before I get too much further, I just want to take a moment to introduce myself. Like I said, my name is Kat. I am the fearless leader of the feminine untamed. I have a podcast. I'm on Instagram. The podcast is called The Feminine Untamed. And I used to come out with new episodes every week. I'm taking a pause right now to focus on gifting you all of this goodness. Over the past decade, I've helped countless women break free from societal constraints to achieve their true potential. So that goes all the way back to my first job, postgraduate, working in Guatemala for a nonprofit in the highlands with groups of Indigenous women, to provide them opportunities for financial security and teaching financial literacy and well-being around women's health. So it started there and it's evolved. And my approach as a master feminine embodiment coach takes a really unique and integrative blend of neural rewiring, mindset, subconscious reprogramming, and then somatic healing, like energy work, body-based, emotional intelligence, emotional alchemy. So I'm integrating the both because, I've seen the people that just do the mindset and just do the affirmations, and I see the people that just do the ceremonies and the journeys and the medicine and just do the sound baths and the breath work, and there's a piece missing. So you really need to have that integrative psychosomatic approach to regulate the nervous system, to heal toxic patterns and create new pathways to thrive. All right. Do you feel like you have to dim your light in order to make others around you feel comfortable? Put your hand up if you feel like you've had to do that any time in your life. Yeah, I've got some nods. I've got some hands. I see you, Emma. I see you, Jenna, Sarah, Selena. Yes, Rachel. Yeah, Jess, I see you, babes. I see you. There was probably a time in your life like that you were told that you needed to be quiet, to not be so, not take up too much space. People are looking at you, right? And you're taught that by being your fullest expression, that it was actually unsafe. And so we're going to work around that belief. Are you a healer? Do you feel like you have intuitive healing capabilities? You're able to see the unseen and you're ready to deepen your spiritual practices, and you're tired of doing the work on your own. You don't have to do the work on your own. Actually, we're meant to heal in community, especially as women. Like we're cultivating and weaving this ecosystem together. Do you feel like you could spend more time prioritizing your dreams? Raise your hand if that feels resonant for you. I could probably invest more of my time prioritizing my dreams, laying out a pathway, getting in touch with my short-term and long-term visions. Yeah, Jess, I see you. Marcella, I see you. Yes, Rachel. Yeah. Yeah. 100%. Do you feel constricted, restricted, chained to the golden handcuffs by a job that isn't fulfilling to you? I've been there before. Oh my God, I've been there. Oh my God, at my first government job, every day, my mom, I love you, mom. She was like, you know, they pay you for a reason, right? And I was like crying in the bathroom all the time. I was like, man, we do work for a reason, whatever. I would rather do this work that I'm doing now. All right. Are you ready to embrace who the F you are? But you're afraid. You're afraid of rejection, of fully putting yourself out there for being seen. Yeah, raise your hand if that feels like you. Like, oh my God, I don't want them to judge me. I'm afraid they might be rejected. Yeah, Lauren, I see you, babe. All right. Is this you? Maybe you feel called to run workshops, retreats. You feel called to cultivate community, and you're tired of doing solo events on your own. Okay. Maybe like running these events has you feeling tired, right? There's a lot of efforting, a lot of forcing happening. So if any of this sounds like you, stay until the end, please. I'm just sending a message to my beautiful Kay right now because I forgot to mention all of you will be entered to win $1,000 bonus giveaway because you're here live. I'm so excited that you joined live. Thank you for being here. And this is totally off the rails, but I'll just plug it right now. What I'll be giving away is 2 months inside of the Illume Leadership Academy. Illume Leadership Academy is a year-long certification program that I'm creating for you if you're wanting to deepen your practices, if you're a therapist or you're a yoga teacher and you're wanting to create greater results, greater transformation. So I'm going to write your names down and make sure that you all are entered to win, because that's going to be an epic opportunity for you to deepen in this work. All right. So, do you lie awake at night? Ladies, I was awake last night. Holy moly. That Thai tea had me lit last night. But do you lie awake at night wondering why you're not good enough? Are you in constant comparison to people's highlight reels, what they're posting on social, right? I know that can keep you in your place, right? That can keep you playing small. That person's got it all figured out, right? They seem apparently as though they have it all figured out. Does the thought of you not going fully after your dreams make you feel contracted, right? Like, I know that was my biggest motivator when I was working my 9 to 5 still. I was at the government, at the EPA, and I had the option to go back. The option is always there. And really, truly, I was like, well, did I actually go after what I'm here to do and create? And so does the thought of you not fully going after your dreams keep you up at night? Does it keep you contracted? So I know you might think that what I just mentioned is a real problem. If any of that sounds like you, then I have good news. It's all a facade. It's all an illusion to keep you safe, right? It's all an illusion to help keep your nervous system in that comfort zone, even though you know that you're meant for more. It's kind of like this weird, kinky, like homeostasis. You're like, oh, I want more, but it's not working, right? And so the real problem is that you haven't made the shifts that I'm about to teach you. So there's a way to break free from the self-doubt, from the limiting beliefs, from the dimming. Okay. So the real problem is that you just haven't integrated these shifts that I'm about to talk into. And you don't have maybe a system to follow to unlock your full potential, to step into the fullness that you're here to create. So I'm going to give you that system right now. And, oh my God, I'm like standing on my toes. When you make these shifts, you will be able to move through subconscious and energetic blocks around what's possible for you. Okay. Like I mentioned, I do this really psychosomatic integrative approach, subconscious and energetic blocks. You'll be able to take big, bold, brave action in a way that supports your most integrated version of you that you've been avoiding. This whole thing was big, bold, brave action. Loom Leadership Academy, big, bold, brave action. You know how avoidant I was to actually devote myself fully to this? And the results are amazing. Like oh my God, there's like 20 of you in here. I don't even know how many of you are in here. I've got a million of you that are going to be watching the replay. This is big, bold, brave action. I'm here to inspire that in you. And if you're ready to call in the love and the life that you desire, if you're ready to build a family and a healing community, I know that's me. Is that you? Does that resonate with you? If you're like here to build and create love and life, yeah, I've got some nods here. Jess, this was inspired by you. Thank you for your feedback, babe. You're like, I want the fucking life. I want the love. I want the man. I want the people. I'm like, yes, queen. That is why you're here, babe. And if you don't follow Jess, she's the one with the beautiful pink hair. She's a dancing queen. Her name is like Jessica of Sunshine or something epic, because she is just a ray of light. I love her. Jenna and Jess, you guys should connect because you two are dancing queens and you guys are coming to my silent disco. All right. So when you make these changes, you will be able to balance your personal and professional fulfillment while making impact and income and cultivating overflow in your life. You'll be able to build a thriving, soul-aligned business. Yes, yeah. That is developed from a place of stability and supports your energy. Okay. This is like, I'm deep in this right now. How can I build something that's supportive and have the flexibility to travel and do the things you love with the people that you love? So, who's ready for the shifts? Who is ready for the shifts? Yeah, I got some hands. Yeah, I got some dancing. Y'all are my dancing queens. Yeah, Mars, I see you. Let's get into the 5 shifts. So I've been doing this for a really long time. I said a decade, and it's been happening even before this lifetime, I feel like. And this work has been constant devotion to waking up. And I noticed like the people that have the things, the women that are like doing the thing that I've been desiring to do, something was different that set them apart. Them versus the people that are like kind of asleep, right? The people that are awake, the people that are asleep. And there was these 5 things that I was observing that the people that are awake are like truly embodying. So these 5 shifts will allow you to break free and again, untame your full feminine and incarnate into your full potential in this lifetime as Mars, as Izzy, as Amanda here on Earth without having to sacrifice your values or your vision or contracting during moments of doubt. Actually, that contraction is a green light, which I will get into here momentarily. So, pathways to love and liberation. All right. Who here, guilty as charged, seeks external validation? Okay, I've definitely done that before. Yeah. Well, let's just be honest. We've been there. And this might surprise you, what I'm about to say, but in order to achieve love and liberation, you don't need to be in a relationship. To have the dream man, to have that dream relationship, you don't need to be in a relationship. And you also don't need to have it all figured out. You don't have to be fully in your feminine. Oh my God, I was so offended that one time when the dude was like, you are not feminine enough. And I was like, excuse me? My masculine is protecting me. Like, you do not need to be fully in your feminine. And you don't need to be connected to your higher self. That might be like, what? What do you mean? I don't need to be connected to my higher self in order to experience this love and liberation? No, the path to your higher self, the path to love and liberation is you experiencing and becoming your higher self. So maybe you're attached to the money, to the income, you're saying yes to high paying jobs. Maybe you're, like numbing, you're getting quick hits, you're staying in relationships and you're forcing relationships, you're seeking love outside of yourself. You're dating down. I love this photo. Kay was like, what? That looks like a healthy relationship. And I was like, well, I didn't want to put like, a weird guy with like a cool girl. We all have different standards. But like this photo, like the dude is down below the chick. Okay, so she's dating down. You might be sleeping around. Been there before. Yeah. I think I stopped counting at some point. I was like, what is this for? Anyways, maybe you're getting into relationships too quickly, too early. Maybe you're staying in relationships too long. And I did it. I put it there. I was raised Catholic. And honestly, like maybe you're putting your power in things outside of you in order to feel connected to divinity. And something that like kind of was confusing to me when I was being raised through the Catholic Church was like, I had to go to confessional in order to be connected to God and be told that like I was a good person. And so again, like just putting your power on things outside of yourself. And let's just say it, external validation, fuck me, baby, feed me, baby, pay me, baby. Who has been there and numb me? I have been in all of these places before. And I tell you what, it is not the answer. The answer is actually quite the opposite. Okay. To become an energetic match for your desires, you actually have to turn your attention and your energy inward, right? So when you're looking for the man, when you're wanting to nurture that relationship, what you actually have to do is nurture the relationship with yourself. Okay, you have to tend to your own inner sanctuary, babe. You are the fucking flower. You are the garden. Take care of the garden. Remove the weeds. And the pollinators, they will come and they will be attracted to your bee balm and your honeysuckles. Okay. Tend to your own inner garden. Magnetize in a reality that is beyond your wildest dreams. It doesn't have to be hard. What you have to do is the work on you. I remember when I was like making this presentation and this morning, oh my God, it's like a fucking psychedelic journey. I look at Kay and I was like, yeah, that wasn't so bad. It's like giving birth. I've never given birth before, but I feel like moms, like they give birth and they're like, in the moment, obviously it's like crazy. Afterwards, you're like, that wasn't so bad. I would do it again. You're like, oh my God, what is happening? All right. The new way, babes, is the pathway to your embodied self. Okay. This is through self-pleasure, through dating yourself. This is by cultivating a reference point through your own embodiment, because now you know what you like. So now you can experience that in somebody outside of you, right? But if you don't know what turns you on, then how are you supposed to ever communicate that to anybody else? Okay. Remembering that you are the prize. You are the prize. Okay. Turning your focus inward. Know that you can fulfill your own needs, right? Hey, recently I was like, I don't have any space to connect with men right now, but let's be honest, we all love a little masculine energy in our lives. And I was really wanting some validation. And Kay was like, what do you need right now that you're not giving yourself? And I was like, a text message. And I literally went into my phone and texted myself, said, what's up, girl? How you doing? It was so crazy, but it worked. And I was like, oh my God, I feel so much better. Okay, so what are you giving your power away to that you can call back, fulfilling your own needs? Take yourself out on a date. Tell yourself that you're beautiful because you are. All right, I love this dude. I know we're all ladies here, but he looks magnificent. Become an energetic match for your desires. What's meant for you cannot miss you. All right, raise your standards. I truthfully haven't bought Chanel lipstick yet, but it's on its way to me. Have boundaries, please clear boundaries. Love, sex, relationships, substances, indulgences, food, like have boundaries around that, create safety in your body, okay? Know that you're the temple, your womb is a temple, okay? Treat your body as though it's a temple, all right? He has to earn it, okay? So it's okay, like I said, to maybe not be so surrendered into your feminine. Like you need to have those protectors. They're here to support you and to keep you safe. All right. Oops, I moved my mouse. Knowing your worth, and putting yourself on the throne where you belong. This is my throne in Colombia. Yes, you belong on the throne. You are a motherfucking queen, so own it. This is your time to own your queendom, own your worth, own your desires. This is the chance, okay? And it's important to define that. So this is the pathways part. It's like, well, what are you even wanting to call in, right? What are you wanting to create space for in your life? What is the vision that keeps you up at night? Right? It's so important that you have those reference points so you know where to channel your energy. This is again a dance between the masculine and feminine. The masculine is like the results, the goals, what you're working towards. And then the feminine is like, what's the energy and the essence of you that you draw into this present moment that breathes life into what it is that you're cultivating. I'm going to share you a quick story of my client, Natalie. Natalie came to me and she had no idea what she was doing. Her and I worked together for a year. We met here in Denver, Colorado. And when she came to me, she was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what's next, like feeling really lost and unmotivated by her work. She hated her job. I've coached multiple clients into new jobs. I've coached multiple clients out of old relationships. Natalie harbored resentment and anger that created unwarranted outbursts towards the people that she loved most. Okay, and who's been there before? I know that I have. Yeah, like just going off on the people that you love because there's like this weird kink there too. And you're like, it's okay. They love me. They'll accept me and forgive me. And like, we don't do that. Okay. So she had pretty low self-esteem and self-perception that fueled negative self-talk and unhealthy habits, cannabis addictions to burritos, is just like really unhealthy stuff that she wanted to move away from. And the power of this work, which I won't get too deep into, is like, instead of focusing on what you're walking away from in lack and pain, focus on what you're wanting to cultivate more of. So we did that together. She began practices that supported her mental and physical, emotional well-being. And I absolutely love her. She is one of my greatest testimonials. She's now living out her dream in a fucking playa in Portugal. She like flew across the world. Has this epic remote job that supports her in doing the freedom-based lifestyle because she did the healing work on herself. Okay? So it's true and it works. Her mom, when she came here to Denver to move her out of her home as she was flying to Portugal, was like, oh my God, you've done so much work. It literally brought tears to her eyes to see how much growth has happened over the last year. And she is not the only client that has said this, but I absolutely love her for it. That the work that she and I have done together is better than therapy. She wishes that she met me sooner. It would have saved her thousands of dollars in therapy. I put them all to shame, right? And so it's because I take this psychosomatic approach. We're not just doing CBT and like dialectal behavioral therapy, right? It's like deep and it's somatic, and there's a process through this liberation, through this love, okay? There's pathways to love and liberation. All right, number 2. So that was 1, love and liberation. Number 2, rewiring the mind and body. So I do this through feminine energetics and embodiment, as well as subconscious reprogramming. Okay, the reason that I stepped into the subconscious reprogramming realm is because I actually started my journey as a holistic health coach. And the people that I was working with weren't getting like real sustained results. And it's because we were actually, and I'll get into this later, but we were working on like the diet and the exercise and not the person that they become as they choose those parts for themselves. So this takes, again, like a really integrative approach. And you need to calibrate yourself to receive more. So someone with a big vision and a big mission on this earth, it's totally normal to feel intimidated. Okay? I see you. It's totally normal. It's because there's so much energy behind the thing that you're doing. Okay? And there's a level of responsibility to achieve your life's greatest desires. You know you're up leveling when, ooh, who's been here? The people and places and things that used to make you feel pleasure and ease and calm and at home are now making you feel boxed in. You know you're up leveling when you want to just burn it all to the ground and start fresh. Let me tell you, you actually don't have to start fresh. It's actually building upon what you've already created. And becoming aware of the limiting thoughts and outdated emotional and energetic patterns that are present. So you become aware, then you expand, you breathe past that. You work with somatics to release the tension, the discomfort, work through the fears in order to get that feeling of levity in the body. I mentioned earlier, like, don't mistake abundance for lack. We often do that. Okay, so the limiting beliefs and decisions, these are green lights. That seed of doubt, green light, work with that. Contraction in the body, green light, work with that. These are all invitations for you to expand the judgment that you have of self and others. If you're on here right now and I'm triggering the fuck out of you, green light. Good, good. My yoga teacher used to say that all the time. She was like, if I trigger you, I'm doing something right. Okay. And so that's a green light. Heaviness, pain, discomfort in the body. That's your body communicating to you things that don't feel aligned. Green lights. Okay. So the old way that you might have been doing things is through, pretending that you're happy, putting a smile on, spiritually bypassing really what's at hand, faking it till you make it. I know for the longest time, I would always say that to myself. I'm like, oh, I'm faking it until I make it. And it's like, no, bitch, you become. Like, yeah, you become. Positive mindsets. This shit don't work. It does not work. You have to have the somatics integrated into this. And sometimes you just like gotta feed the fears. And that's okay because those are teachers. Affirmations, mama, those don't work either. Okay? Like, oh yeah, whatever. I'm pretty, I'm cool. I'm like, where's the energy behind that? Changing your physical environment, that shit don't work either, right? If you put some sick person in like, oh my God, I'm about to use a horrible example. I'm going to change that before I say it. Yeah, like changing your physical environment, changing the house that you're in. If you're depressed, it doesn't really matter the environment that you're in. You have to change your mind, your integrate your mindset and the somatics, the body stuff. So feeling the feelings. If you're depressed, allow yourself to go there fully so you can release the tension, the sadness, the guilt, the shame that's there on a somatic level, and release the stuck energy. This can happen through somatic journeys. It can happen through the breath work. It can happen through the energetic repatterning at the acupuncturist. It can happen through plant medicine journeys. Okay, it can happen through just guided somatic processes, which I'll get into in a minute. It can happen through inner harmony, okay? Inner harmony of the light and the dark, the masculine and the feminine, embodying both of them. And it's not just one or the other, right? You need to have both. When you have both, when you have that positive mindset, that outlook, the, connection to God, when you have a positive environment and you're nourishing your big picture values and you're on track and saying yes to the things, then you get to calibrate to receive more. Okay, so this is the process of be, do, and have. Okay, and in the West, we have it backwards. You think that, okay, I'm going to become a millionaire, I'm going to win the lottery, and then all of a sudden, like, I'm going to be able to be a millionaire and buy the nice cars and have the nice things. And I'll tell you, we have it completely backwards. The Eastern philosophy, the Eastern hemisphere, like they have it right. Become the thing and then have the world. Receive it all. Okay. So through this, we're actually going to be taking a top-down approach. So the old way is changing the environment. It's changing the diet, changing, the people that you hang around. It's changing your exercise routines. It's changing the words that you say, right? Those are very tangible things that are at the bottom of this pyramid. This pyramid is called the logical levels of change. I teach this more in my Loom Leadership Academy. And we're flipping it, okay? From a top-down approach, we're working with the mission, the purpose. And this feels actually so much more intuitively guided. It feels feminine. And you can tune into your greatest life's purpose and mission now. Nothing needs to happen except you deciding and tuning into what's true for you. Okay, when you're working from the bottom up, you're like something needs to change, right? Versus top down, all you got to do, babe, is just tune in. And you can associate into the woman that you're meant to become here right now. So Emma's on this call. I'm so happy that you're here. I'm going to share a little bit about her story. She is the most epic energy alchemist. And her and I connected actually at a cannabis plant medicine journey I was guiding here in Denver. And I mentioned at the end my women's circles that I lead. And she came up to me and she was like, girl, give me your info because I don't got no lady friends. All I got is a bunch of dudes that I'm hanging around with and I'm tired of it. And I was like, yeah, mama, come on my way. And so she came to a women's circle and it has been so good to have her. Before she was feeling spiritually unfulfilled, her last relationship left her depleted. She stayed in it because, most of us have done this before. Stay in it too long because of familiarity, because of comfort, because you know this person, right? And even though you have the soul's calling to evolve, one thing that I also just want to name is like the only constant is change. And stop resisting your own evolution, your inevitable evolution. I love this. She has been doing such good healing work on herself. And literally after the first women's circle that we had together, oh my God. Okay. The ladies that have the men that are empowered, like, let's fuel that, pour into that more. And the ladies that are in relationships with the wrong men, like, fuck that, let's leave them. She came to my first women's circle and broke up with him right after because she was like, I feel like I have a place to land. I have community. I have women that I can lean on. Okay. And she was able to release trauma at a somatic level in one of these women's gatherings. It was so beautiful. And actually her healing, her release of that energetic imprint of trauma healed the collective woman in the room, okay? So your healing heals the collective. A little bit more of a story. Look at how beautiful she is. I love her. All right. These circles have completely changed her life. These somatic sessions have completely changed her life. She's been having such a beautiful time connecting with like-minded women. I've got multiple women, part of my women's circles here in this room right now. These women that you're sitting next to on the screen, these are your sisters. Okay, babes? My work, it goes deeper than what you've ever experienced before. Natalie could have saved her thousands in therapy, got her here though, got her to say yes to this work. This work heals at a cellular level, going back to healing yourself for the future generations to come, epigenetics, all right? Your body knows it keeps a score. And that's why it is so important to have the regulated nervous system. I've seen people expand at quantum rates and they didn't have the nervous system to hold it, so they couldn't. All right. They got burnt out. They became really ungrounded. Their progress became insustainable. The key to the queendom. Right? Trying to do anything without a regulated system, again, will create unsustainable results and burnout. A regulated system leads to quantum healing, landing you in your expansion, and healing that sticks over time. If you're forcing things, we don't do this here. You're not calibrating, you're overanalyzing, you're stuck in your head, you're pushing your body. Maybe you're like doing way too many heavy lifting workouts, right? I had to come more into passive and restorative workouts recently because I was operating off the old way of forcing and having zero plan B. I don't know if that's always the greatest, way. I think it could be really important to have a plan B, to allow your nervous system to relax. Okay, releasing the pushing and the trying energy. We're moving away from scarcity, creating out of a place of lack or need. The idea that there's never enough, which is actually completely delusioned. And we live in an abundant world. You're mistaking abundance for lack. For more than enough is overwhelm. And mistaking primal instinct for fewer goals. So just be aware of that, okay? When your body's telling you something, and this is primal, be aware of where you're pushing yourself too far. You're unprepared, right? You're lacking the training or the knowledge. It's really important that you have the tools and the modalities to support you as you process what's coming up for you. All right, you may not have stable footing, or you might jump before you're ready. Sometimes that could be good, other times it can be harmful. False protection, what does that look like? False protection could be autopilot, functioning throughout your day unconsciously. Prioritizing how people perceive you and self-project into the world over authenticity, right? This is a false sense of protection, keeping you small in your box. Not practicing what you preach, right? Because, okay, you start to practice what you preach and then you start to turn over those stones and then you got real work to do. That's good. And numbing through substances. Okay, I've been there before. I'm almost 3 months completely sober because of my burnout, because I was numbing, because I didn't want to look. I lost my vision because I didn't want to look at the things that my body was telling me. We're moving into the new paradigm, space for integration, right? Taking time to truly rest. When your vision is beyond you and it's bigger than you need this. knowing that everything is medicine, that everything that you're living and receiving is for you, that it's working for you. This is going from a victim consciousness into an empowered state, right? Having safety, having your basic needs met, creating safety in your mind and body, having your root chakra, right? House, financial stability, your basic needs need to be met. Safety, having a stable, solid foundation. Saying no, having boundaries. This is really important. Connected to your voice. And then being connected to your own innate wisdom, your inner wisdom. Through your body's intuition, connecting to the third eye. And so I'm seeing like a lot of what I'm mentioning right now is through the lens of the chakras and the energy centers in the body, from the root to your sacral, to your solar plexus, all the way up. Seeing life as a ceremony, okay? And having faith, unwavering faith, connection to your spirit guides. Babes, you are not alone. We will get into this more here momentarily. Before I came into this presentation, I tell you what, I was praying and I was feeling my guides right on behind my back. You are not alone. And know that like energy or medicine is only good for a period of time. Doctors don't prescribe you antibiotics forever, right? That'll ruin your gut microbiome. You're not supposed to take ayahuasca forever, right? You go and you sit in ceremony, you take the medicine, and then you go and integrate. And then you see life as a ceremony and devotion to what you received through that journey. So we're moving away from the quick fix pills that have horrible side effects. Maybe it's, again, those short-term, bursts of satisfaction from transactional sex, quick hits of dopamine and serotonin, right? We're moving away from that and into the iceberg, right? There's so much that you don't see that's happening underneath of the surface. When you just decide energetically that this is for you, when you decide that you want to work on your body, on your nervous system, when you want to integrate your whole self, the work is paying off. Okay, you might not get that quick fix pill, but trust me, it is working, and it is working in divine timing. Okay, so there is no quick fix. The quick fix actually creates toxicity, more unhealthy habits, and results in the long run. You have to get to the root. I'm going to speak into my client, Miranda. I love her. She's been part of my women's circle. She was just on my Wild Women Camp retreat. And she came to me really in her head. She was really in her masculine, disconnected from her body, burnt out, forcing relationships, forcing love, forcing friendships, forcing results at work. And through our work together, we started with a 3-day breakthrough weekend that is psychosomatic. But through our work together, she started to tend to her inner landscape. She would send me messages and like, I'm bathing naked in the creek, listening to the birds. And I was like, yes, lady, do that, please. It was so good. And just really tuning into her moon and tuning into her body, her inner landscape. And now she's embodied as a female leader, right? She's driven by intuition, by emotion. She asks for support when needed. She inspires her people at work. Here's Miranda and Kay at the Wild Women Retreat. They were doing some inner mother healing on these epic rocks. And I love this text from her. This feminine embodiment shit works. She was like heading over to the highlands and all the lights, all of a sudden they turned green. She was in divine flow. And the point is like trust, regardless of what's happening, you just trust. And if you get the red lights, then that means you're supposed to slow down, okay? She's moving away from this old paradigm of efforting and forcing and really focused on her own relationships. And that really influenced and impacted her career. She actually got a job promotion during our work together. Okay. So this work influences and impacts all areas of your life. Okay, it's not just love, it's not just, career, finances. It really impacts every area of your life. So quickly, let's just recap what we've gone over, because we've gone over a lot. Love and liberation, pathways to love and liberation, rewiring your mind and body for abundance, regulating your nervous system to sustain your desires. Now, what do? Okay. I said, liberate your lineage, heal generational trauma. And a lot of you might think that you need to have your parents in the conversation when you heal generational trauma. It's actually not true. Okay, this is actually work that you can do completely on your own. It's about giving yourself the permission, giving yourself the compassion, the forgiveness that you never got when you were a kid. I was told that I was a bad kid. Okay, who here was told that they were a bad kid? I'm curious. Yeah, I've got some nods, I've got some hands. Okay. And so when I was told that I was a bad kid, that was programmed into my subconscious. And so in life, I started to rebel. In my early teens, I started to rebel. Middle, high school, mostly started drinking, having sex at a really young age. I wanted to get tattoos. I ended up getting tattoos. I moved abroad. I was doing good work in the world. But my father, he always told me that, man that he is, that me working in the Peace Corps and volunteering my time for these initiatives, that he's very conservative and he doesn't like my tattoos, he doesn't like my piercings. And so even though I'm here doing good work in the world, I was rebelling in some way. Okay, so you might feel like you have to speak up, speak your truth, feed the fire, argue for yourself, right? Defend yourself in relationship to your parents. I know that I did that for a very long time. And actually, that's not what you get to do. There's a higher path. Okay. I mentioned, might feel like you need people outside of yourself to do this ancestral healing. You don't. Okay. You get to reparent from within. You get to meet yourself how your parents didn't. And you get to pour back into you that love and that compassion, that understanding that you didn't receive before. Okay, so we're moving away from an old program of self-abandonment, putting your parents first, putting your parents on a pedestal, defending your parents. Oh, they were good. They meant to do it. They were doing their best. And it's like, no, own how traumatic some of this has been for you. It's okay. Like, it's okay. But by you defending your parents, you are abandoning yourself. Okay? So it's time to turn your attention and your healing back into yourself. Stop rejecting the truth of your experience. So this video was at my Wild Women Camp retreat. We were doing the ancestral healing, and this was a somatic journey I'd guided my women through. And I'm just going to play this as I kind of talk through this. And through this practice, we were actually going through ancestral healing and doing some timeline therapy, getting to the root of when these women kind of felt doubt, felt fear, felt shame, felt resistance for the first time. And we went to that root problem, emotion, and you released it and you healed it. And going directly to the root helps to unlock and release and heal all of the trauma and the energy that had been stored there. Izzy came back and she was sending me texts like, I feel so light. It's because we went to the root of the thing and we released that. And so it dissolved all of these other beliefs that were kind of piled on top of it. Okay. So through this work too, you can speak to the higher consciousness through ancestral healing. This is something that I teach my clients as well. Even though your parents in this dimension, on this timeline, they might not understand what the fuck you're doing. And that's okay, because their higher consciousness does. Okay. And so you can receive the blessings with them, through their higher consciousness. You might not receive it here in this 3D reality, but you will from their spirit team. Okay. So there's so many ways to do this ancestral healing. one of my clients, Joyce, let me see if I can skip to the next. So Joyce is incredible. She is an artist. She is a mama. She is a daughter. She used to work in corporate. She is a completely transformed woman. I love this photo of her. Kay was like, do you have a different photo of her? And I'm like, no, this represents her journey from corporate, from like resisting, from operating through a lens of trauma. She had a toxic and abusive relationship to even substances that was slowly killing her. She came to me severely depressed, playing small. She knew that she was worth more. She knew that she was meant for more. And she was detached, disconnected from her vision. And so through our work together, she began to see herself again through the lens of love and self-forgiveness. Okay, and through that work, we did 6 months. We kicked it off with Awaken. It's my, or rather Rebirth. It's my 3-day transformative VIP weekend. And through this, she was able to magnetize in crazy opportunities, playing music with some of her favorite musicians. Up this video of her. So this was on her birthday. She's here on the right. She's like such an artist. She's such a creative. And she's playing with the drummers of like Dirtwire. She went to the Dirtwire concert and went home with the fucking drummers and is like literally creating music now with the guys from Dirtwire. I'm like, yeah, of course you are. Like, fuck yeah. So this is a testament to this work. It's like, it works. This work works. Okay. And so she's been doing a lot of ancestral healing. She's received a lot of trauma and it's been heavy. It's been heavy and hard work for her. And it's because she's doing the work that her people couldn't before. Okay. And so I just want to normalize that. Like, and you don't have to do it alone. You can move through this in community, right? And I love this too. She's like, oh my God, the rewiring of my brain is actually working. I'm like, yeah, obviously, like it's working. She is so epic. She's like, kudos to you, Kat. I love you. Thank you so much. This solo journey, like tuning into my future self has really helped her. It's because now she has the pathways. She's liberated her lineage. She's done the healing work for the people that couldn't. She's cultivating a beautiful relationship with her daughter now. And then the last, finally, not least, is investing in yourself, investing in mentorship. My growth journey went rapid fire, exponential when I started to invest in myself and invest in mentorship. Okay, so I believe that everyone should have a mentor at all times, right? Having somebody that you can lean on, that you can receive support and guidance from. Mentoring brings a new level of accountability, okay? There are new ideas that you might have in your head, but it might feel overwhelming or difficult to execute. You might have new ideas in your head right now that you didn't before you attended this masterclass. Okay, so because you got yourself in the room, because you invested your time in this type of mentorship, it's inspiring inspiration and opportunities. A mentor helps break through limiting beliefs and guides you through the process to your higher self. And with a mentor, you will experience and have the power to alchemize your life's greatest desires and feel into your purpose. I have multiple mentors right now. I'm invested in multiple women's groups. I'm invested in a coach, a therapist, a business coach, this person, that person, because I believe in the power of mentorship and because I want to get to where I want to go and collapse those timelines and speed up the results. Okay. So through this process, through mentorship, and through my mentorship specifically, you're rewiring your body and your mind. You're breaking through fears. You know, you're creating an action steps, plans to execute, and you're building your dream life based in impact, income, and love. Okay. So I'm curious, like, what growth has occurred that has brought you closer to your dreams here on earth? And if you can't pinpoint anything, It's time to repattern your mind and body to create pathways to love and liberation and receive accountability. It's time to get a mentor. Okay. And I love this. Yesterday, I was walking to the coffee shop and I had earlier, I was like, you're not average. Kay was like, you should probably change that. And I was like, no, there's a story behind this. What are you talking about? The average person never has the opportunity to experience the fullness of their being and their authentic expression. You are not average. You are in this space because you are meant for more. You can do it through the lens of feminine embodiment, magnetism, magic. Okay, you can do it while liberating your lineage, while creating future generations that are healed, and creating a legacy that surpasses time and space. Yesterday, I was walking down the street and there was this license plate that said average. And I was literally cringing. I was like, I hate that. Like, why? Why? You are not average. You are unique as fuck and you're powerful as fuck. And I am here to help you see that for yourself. Okay. So without doing this with proper guidance, without a proper mirror or support, it can feel chaotic. It can feel isolating. I've been there before. You don't have to do this alone. Okay, this journey gets to be exciting. It gets to be fun. I love this work. This work works. Every time that I am initiated into my next level, I'm like, oh God, here we go. Strap in. Hold on tight, ladies. But it fucking works and it's so worth it. Okay, so when you have the right tools, when you have the right mindset, when you have the right somatic facilitated experiences, when you have the integration, the community, the support along the way, find a mentor out there that speaks to you, somebody that you look up to, right? And spend whatever it takes to get to where you want to go. It is worth it. It is absolutely worth it. So now you have a choice. You can stay exactly where you're at and not change anything. You can forget everything that I've just mentioned throughout this presentation. You can continue to stare out the window every single day and wonder what it would be like if you just finally broke free. You can get to your deathbed in regret and remorse of the life that you could have lived, or you can live your life to the fullest. You can wake up every single day with inspiration, with excitement, with a joy, with peace, knowing that you are walking your highest path, that you are here doing your dharmic work in the world, that you are transmuting karmic patterns that have been passed down through your lineage, and that you're here to heal karmic patterns that you're ready to burn through and evolve through. So now is your time to wake up and decide that you are worthy of this work. You are absolutely worthy, and you are worthy just upon arrival. You are worthy just because you're here. Because you are here, you are absolutely worthy of being here. And if you have any fears or seeds of doubt, or if you have any resistance to that, that is exactly why you need to invest in yourself, invest in mentorship. Okay. It's ready for you you're ready to create a dream reality and live your life's greatest purpose. Okay. We're waiting for you. So I want to give you all an opportunity to jump on a call with me and talk about how we can create pathways to success, to unlock your feminine magic. Okay, and I've opened up time in my calendar within the next 48 hours in order for you to do just that. So whatever your biggest challenges are, I've seen it. I've been there. And if I haven't, I have a fucking epic spirit team and an epic community of other healers and guides and shamans and people that have. So whatever your challenge is, you are not alone. Okay. So I'd love to get on a call with you. It's a quick call, 30, 45 minutes max, and we're going to do 3 things. So number 1, we're going to clarify where you want to take things in your life, right? So this is important. This is like cultivating, unlocking the pathways to love and liberation. So number 1, you need to know where you want to go, where you want to take things. Okay, and number 2, we're going to work with outdated beliefs. Okay, I just put my link in the chat for you, katietover.com/consult. We're going to work with outdated beliefs and patterns that keep you from fully embracing your authentic self. And this might be energetic patterns. It might be, mindset shifts that need to happen. And then we're going to create some actionable steps that you can start taking today to say yes to your dharmic path. Okay. So the work that I do is super customized. It's really unique. There is no one size fits all in this. So we'll craft that unique pathway that cultivates true love and liberation that you want in your life. And the transformation that you experience on this call is unquantifiable. You can't put it in a box. It's immeasurable. And it goes beyond you. How are you supposed to measure the liberation that you create for the babies that you're going to be calling into your life? And the women that you're here to serve? You have no idea what this work will do. And this call is absolutely free. Okay. So I'm gifting you my time, an opportunity to create these pathways to thrive. You do it for you. You do it for the world. Your healing heals the world. Okay. And you have to be ready. You have to be ready to unlock your magic. Are you ready to do this healing work? Yeah, Kay's like, I'm ready. Fuck yeah. I want women that are committed to the process. And you all made it this far. I'm sure you're pretty committed. Okay. Taking the necessary steps to make your dream life come true. If that's you, you're going to want to book a session now. I do this because this is my life's work. I would do this for free. I'm doing it for free. I did this for free. I do it because it's my life's work. And I believe in reciprocity. I believe in give back. Okay, that's a core value of mine. And I have some secrets that I get to give to you to help you experience true love and liberation. So we'll discuss if it's a good fit, and if not, that's okay too. Here is the link, katietover.com/consult. Be sure to get booked in today. I'm super excited about these opportunities. Thank you, ladies, so much. So when you click that link, it will take you to my calendar and you'll see a bunch of available times. Pick one that works for you. If there's not one that works for you, then just send me a message. We can work something out. So in that calendar link, there's an application that you can complete. It'll take no more than 5 minutes, and that's just an intake form. So I'm getting to know you, your story, your path, what's worked, what hasn't, what you've tried up until now, and really what you're wanting to work towards. So this will help, spark the inner flame too. Have you reflecting on what it is that you're wanting to cultivate. So fill that out really quickly, and then we'll get on a call, pick a time for an appointment that works for you. It's really easy. Again, it shouldn't take more than 5 minutes. And this time is precious. I value you and your time. I value me and my time. And so there's no rescheduling. There's no, if you show up late, I don't fuck around with your vision and your dreams. And I'm here to work with women that are like serious and empowered and really calling in the next level. Okay. So yes, I love you. So good to have you on here, Mars. Thank you, babe. Safe travels. Yeah. I have Kay on here. Kay and I have been doing some work together. It has been incredible to see her over the last 6 months evolve into the woman that she's becoming. Oh my God, she came to me and she was like, yeah, I have land dream remote jobs for my clients and I review resumes. And I'm like, that's funny. Sure. And now through this process, she is fully owning who the F she is, stepping into this next level, this inevitable growth portal that's been waiting for her. And when you invest in mentorship and you have the people that are here to support you, you don't necessarily have to wait for the breakdown in order to have a breakthrough either. So you don't have to be at your wit's end. You don't have to be, feeling like everything is a flop and you're a failure. No. You can receive mentorship. Yes, Jess, it's so good to have you here. You can receive mentorship. Even if you're feeling empowered and clear as fuck, there's always opportunities for growth. Yes, I'm so excited to talk with you ladies more. Amazing. Amy's on here. She's becoming a co-author of a book. Amy and I have done work together for years. Amy's one of my oldest clients. She's flown out to Colorado to see me. We've done work in person. We've done retreats. We've done breakthrough weekends together. We've traveled the world together. We're going to India this fall together. It has been so good to see her own her stories. Okay. And we all have gone through it. We all have a story. And my question to you is, what do you choose to write? What are you going to do with that story? Yeah. Yes. I love you, babe. So good to have you on here. So good. All right. Let's see who's left. Jenna, Kay, Sarah, I see you. Amanda is still here, driving across country. Yeah, what do I have upcoming? So for those that are in Denver, I have a women's circle next week. We're just about at capacity, but I love you ladies. And if one or two of you wants to squeeze in, send me a DM. That's happening next Thursday. And then Monday, the 27th, I'm so excited about this. We are going to be dancing our asses off in Cheeseman Park. Silent disco vibes. This is for community, somatic integration, expansion. A few of you on this call are already going to be there. A few more of you, I'm calling you into the space. Emma, I see you. Kay, I see you. Izzy, Sophie, I know you're local, so calling you in. Jenna, obviously, like we need your moves. Jenna is a dancing queen. And so that's happening Memorial Day, the 27th. Bring something to contribute. This is going to be dancing, picnic vibes, an opportunity to move and groove and then connect in community. Oh, you're so magic, Rachel. Thank you, babe. And then for those that are, again, local to Denver, I've got a 8-week women's group that I'm starting here in the summer. It is a summer of sisterhood. That is the vibe. We are calling in a summer of sisterhood, weekly women's circles. There's going to be a retreat that's happening at the end of the summer that's open to everyone. We're going to be camping in the Colorado Rockies. So if you're a camper, I'm like camp queen. Y'all saw me in a different, yeah, like element, but that is my place. And I've got a camp retreat happening again, the Wild Women Camp Retreat. We had so much fun in the desert. We're taking it to the forest. We're going to be forest bathing. We're going to be swimming naked in the streams, cold plunging. We're going to be on water. So if you have a paddleboard, you can bring a paddleboard. And oh my God, I love you. Silent disco. Fuck yeah. And then I have my Leadership Academy, which is starting at the beginning of June. And that's a year-long certification program to become a transformational guide. If you're interested in any of this healing work, I do EFT, timeline therapy. I've got a crazy toolbox. I've been doing women's circles, holding circles for 7 years. And I'm here to share this with you because it goes beyond me. And I believe that all of you beautiful women are here to do some incredible work in your communities too. And so I'm sharing a lot of my modalities that I've cultivated over the last decade, more or less, and giving them to you so you can lead international retreats and women's circles and calling community. Yeah, so a lot of amazing things, also private mentorship. So, oh my God. This has been, oh my God. I need to just like, oh my God, I need to look at all of you ladies on here. What? Yes, this has been the most epic, expansive, oh my God, masterclasses I have ever done. I love you all so much. Thank you for spending an hour and a half with me this morning on your Saturday morning. This is only the beginning. I will send you everything that you need. I love you all so much. Be sure to book a call. Again, spaces are super limited, and I'm so excited to learn more about your path and your journey. And liberate your legacy and liberate your lineage and create a legacy that surpasses time and space. All right, babes. Love you. So good to be on here. And I'll hang out for a few minutes too. So if anyone has any questions, I'm happy to answer them. Bye.
Thank you so much. It was so good to see you in UK.
Oh,
Thank you.
my pleasure.
Love you.
Thank you, Sarah. So good to have you on here. Thank you. How are you doing?
Thank you for having me. This was amazing.
My pleasure. Do you have any questions or?
Not now, not really.
It's so good to have you, and let's stay connected.
Yeah, for sure.
Talk to you soon.
Alrighty, bye.